So I have been asked to share some tips about hirsutism waxing at home. So I'm going to use this video to provide those tips. The first thing you want to do is determine the direction of the hair growth. You want to make sure that the hair is growing in the same direction, and that is where you want to apply or how you want to apply your wax. You want to apply in the direction of the growth. So whichever way all the hairs appear to be laying at the same time, you want to go in that direction, and then you want to remove against that direction. So you're going to remove your wax in the opposite way. It's going to be hard with one hand, but you can try to pull taut just to make sure the skin is real nice and firmly pulled so that the wax can be a little less discomforting. Now, if you have stubborn hairs like I do, and some just don't want to come up, then you can do what I call the reverse lay technique. As you can see here, I am applying the wax in the opposite direction and I'm removing it in the opposite direction. This is a good technique to get those stubborn hairs and those hairs that are embedded in the follicle. As you can see here, it is usually not that many. So again, you want to determine the way the hair is growing. You want to apply the wax in the direction of growth. And yes, keep in mind the wax formulation, the wax product, it does matter. If you get a product that just is not a great formulation, then it's not going to remove the hairs like you want, and you will have to lay multiple times, and laying more than 2 to 3 times is damaging to your skin. It can definitely damage your skin and cause your skin to lift. And listen, that is a problem that you do not want to have. So if you are not super familiar with doing your own waxing at home, there's no need to try to do larger areas. It's okay if you take your time and do smaller areas. It's okay if you just do a little section at a time. So also, don't think that just because one side of your face, the hair grows in one section, that the other side is going to automatically grow in the same way. As you can see here, I'm applying the wax in an up and down way. That is because this is the way the hair grows on this side of my face. And if you're wondering what causes that, it's because of the way you were removing hair at one point in time before you started waxing. So if you were a shaver and you just took the razor to your face and you had it in all kind of directions, up, down, left, right, circles, rectangles, it's going to grow that way because you're distorting the hair follicle. And yes, I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. So I was one of the ones who was waxing all kinds of ways, just trying to make sure the hair was gone and my skin was smooth as can be, which we know with waxing and hormonal issues, their hair is going to grow back crazy overnight, stark. And yeah, so be careful to not make mistakes like I did. If you have an old shirt, you can definitely just wear an old shirt. But if you do spill wax on your shirt, don't try to take a towel or tissue or paper towel or anything and wipe it. Just let it sit on your shirt and let it dry naturally. Because if you try to wipe it, you're only going to impress it into the fabric and then it's going to be hard to remove. But if you just let it dry naturally, you'll be able to peel it off of your shirt and you will be able to spare that favorite shirt. And hey, accidents happen, so do not beat yourself up. Just make sure that you are taking care of it and not reacting too quickly and making more of a mess, something that you can't recover from. And again, just take your time. Make sure you're pressing firmly into the skin with your wax stick because you want the wax to adhere to the hair. Now, if you are looking for a really great wax, something that is going to be cost effective yet effective, then I oblige you to check out Abolish Wax brand wax. We have two types. What you're seeing here is the abrogate wax. It is this orange wax and it really gets those thick, dense, and stubborn hairs. And also there is a newly released nullify wax. It's for sensitive skin, but it has a pull power like none other. So definitely visit abolishwaxbrand.com And you can try samples of both or either one of these waxes for $10. But I promise you, you're going to want the large. And for a limited time, I am offering the Nullify in 2-pound bags. So we're going to be reducing that size soon. So if you want to get the 2-pound bag, hop on now, because we're going to go back down to only 1-pound bags of the Nullify. And yeah, so we speeding up the process here, because lip is detrimental to my soul. Lip wax is something serious, okay? So definitely take your time with that. That's because there's no bone structure on the skin above the lips, so you gonna feel every bit of it. But hope these tips help.